Why is there not much day trading info setups on Kickstart, David? Because the reason why is that's where most traders go wrong. You're not learning to day trade. What you're learning is to trade and put the fundamental principles in place. Because if you don't do what you're doing on Kickstart first, you'll fail as a day trader. Okay. So the idea is you get to the end of Kickstart and think about which way you want to go, and then you adapt what you do to the relevant timeframes. Everything that you are learning on Kickstart can be related to day trading. All right. You're using a 21 MA pullback strategy. You can do that on a 5-minute chart, but you need to learn the steps first. Otherwise, what will happen is you'll go in. It's a little bit like saying, I need to learn to drive before I get in a Ferrari and try and drive it around central London. You would learn to drive first, and essentially that's what you're doing. So we don't know at the end of Kickstart whether you're going to want to day trade or swing trade. So don't think about what you're doing as day trading or swing trading. Think about it as learning the key processes that can apply to both. All right. So you want to start trading live, Dominic, because it will force you to start with the right mindset. Absolutely. That's why I'm saying don't spend too long demo trading. So as soon as you get live trading, that's the key. All right. Matt, I'm struggling with trying to move from day to swing because the pace is so much slower. Okay. So again, what is it you want to achieve? So let's say, Matt, you can achieve what you want to achieve swing trading, but you like day trading. Then all you do is you set your assets up, or you set your accounts up so you only day trade with a minimum amount of money. Make sense? Because you like day trading. I know traders that will day trade with a smaller pot because they enjoy elements of day trading, but they can achieve what they need to with swing trading. And I've seen it vice versa. I've seen people put most of their money into day trading. But the challenge is honestly, Matt, you shouldn't be thinking about one or the other at the moment. What you should be focusing on is learning the principles. Does everybody else get that as well? Too many people go, I want to do this, I want to do that. Yet they go, right, imagine going into a Ferrari dealership and saying, I want that one. And then saying, oh, do you drive, sir? No, I've never got in a car in my life. It'd be mad, wouldn't it? So you see this all the time. People go, I want to drive the 911 Turbo and I want to drive it around London, but I haven't passed my driving test yet. And this is the problem with money, is when money's involved, there's fear, and there's also what, guys? What's the other thing that's involved? David, backtesting in terms of numbers is relative to what you want to achieve. So, for example, our beat the bank strategy, which anyone can access and purchase through us, our beat the bank strategy, I'm going to be trading that for the next 5 to 10 years. Make sense? So if I'm going to be trading something for 5 to 10 years, I want at least double the data on it. Make sense? Yeah, agreed. Exactly, guys. So I want at least double the data that I am going to want to trade something for. Make sense? So if I'm going to trade something, and now you might say, well, hang on a minute, Ali, I want to day trade for the next 10 years as well. How am I going to get the data? Well, it's not so much how long you want to trade it for. It is, but it's also when you're going to review. So for instance, when I swing trade, I don't make any significant changes to my strategy or process anytime during the year. So I will trade for a year before I make any big changes, because I need enough trades to know whether the changes I make are based on data or not. So if I'm going to trade for 1 year, then I'm going to need a minimum of 2 years on that strategy before I trade it for 1 year. But with swing trading, because I'm more cautious, if I trade for 1 year in any of our strategies, before we let them loose on the Total Trader guys or the Beat the Banks guys, we want 5 times the data. So we say, you want to be trading Beat the Banks, FDOM, for at least 3 years. Well, here's 20 years worth of backtesting data. So your backtesting data always wants to outweigh your live trading data. So all of our swing strategies have got 7 years worth of live data or 7 years worth of live and backtesting. So our IR240 strategy, I've been trading it live for 2 years and I've got 5 years worth of backtesting data. So I've got 7 years worth of data to be able to compare my results to, drawdowns, winning runs, all of the things. So I'm constantly comparing them. So I'll do that on a quarterly basis, and then on a year, and it gets to the end of the year, I might be like, okay, I could do better with that strategy, or I'm performing better with that one, or that win-loss ratio has gone up, that win-loss ratio has go down. So then I've got my finger on the pulse. Cool. I think that's it. God, that was nearly an hour. Guys, was that useful? Did you enjoy that? Would you like more of these? If you would, please give the broadcast a like, give it a share, give it a comment, give me some feedback. All right. What I'm also going to do in these is I'm going to get people on. I'm going to do money mindset. I'm going to get people on about finance. I'm going to get people who deal in property. I'm going to bring people in for interviews as well. So hopefully that was something you'd really benefit from. So yeah, what it'll be is we'll do trading Q&As, and I won't necessarily be able to do every Friday, but yeah, we'll bring in people to be able to give you a slant on something different. Awesome. Great. Well, guys, have a great weekend. As I said, give it a like, give it a share, give it a comment. The more traction we get, the easier it is for me to get people on. So I want to get people on and talk to you about all sorts of different things within the world of finance. I'll also try and get one of the guys in from ETX as well. So good stuff. Great. Really enjoyed seeing you. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll catch up with you soon.